Hello, how are you guys doing? You guys doing good? You guys having a good day so far? I am. I'm trying to where did I put the Homestuck thing? Is it called the unofficial? Yeah, it is called the unofficial. I lose that every time, man. How many people died in the last stream? Like everyone. Except Vriska didn't die. I remember that. A lot of people died though. Again, not Vriska. Which would have been good news. Properties, select that. There we go. All right, there we go. Let's get into it. I might stop a little early. Herman was kind of, if I may say it, an asshole last night. He was like, 4 o'clock, time to shake the bed. Like, he's a big boy, so you just like dig his claws into the side of the bed and then just like shake it, because he's a dick. So yeah, neither me nor Tilda ended up sleeping all that well. So that being said, when she gets home, I know she slept less good than me because she had to go to work early. So thanks, Herman. I love you. You're an adorable asshole. We probably have to go into emote only again. All right. And then it ends on page 8,100 something. We're in the home stretch, man. For better or worse, we're in the home stretch. I feel like I've asked this before. No. All right. We're not finishing today. All right. Let's go and throw you guys in emote only mode. We might switch after a bit, but let's I don't see why emote only would be necessary here. Are you guys gonna be good? All right, how about I just leave the thing ready to hit the button, and that way. All right, let's just read. Let's see where we're at. Nice. The powers you were talking about earlier, huh? Do not me, Egbert. You look like an idiot, but we both know you're no fool. Hey, I wouldn't argue with her, John. She's all bloody and clearly means business. Okay, you're right. Yes, Trizzy, I agree. The fact the fact that I look like an idiot. Orthogonal pastor, thank you for that. Or orthogonal pastor. You are no longer a wizard. You are now class spec'd into being a cleric. Enjoy. Thank you for the 9 bits. Yes, Trizzy, I agree to the fact that I look like an idiot, primarily because you seem to be badly wounded and angry. Are you sure you're okay? Shut up! On Rose's rainbow candy planet, you appeared and said that you had the ability to change things, to alter history without dooming timelines. Oh yeah. The thing with that is, wait a minute. Trizzy, are those Jade's shoes? Maybe. Yes. Yes is in yes or yes is in maybe? Yes is in maybe. Trizzy, why are you wearing Jade's shoes? Where's Jade? Jade's dead. It's a good face. Oh man, not Jade too. Are you sure? Yes, John. You mean like dead? Everybody's dead, John. Everybody even dead? Or Dave? He's dead, John. Everybody's dead. Everybody is dead, John. So, Jade, Dave, Carcat, they're all... Even the cute mayor guy, who Dave loves so much? John, let's not do this. Damn it. Do you actually know... You did actually take... Well, did you actually take Jade's pulse? You know... She does like to sleep a lot. I sniffed both her and Dave's poignantly overlapping torsos very carefully for a human pulse. Alas, I found none. When did the mayor die? I don't even remember that shit. Like the animation, there was a lot of people getting stabbed. I don't remember him even being in it. When did he die? They never showed it? How was I supposed to know he died? When did that happen? Did we just found out now? Off screen on Dave's planet? Gay Keyboard, thank you for the 16 months of support. Several planets exploded. Okay, sure. Right, he was on Dave's planet when, oh, fuck, man. I mean, I can get over about half of that, you know? But that one sucks. Oh, and then you decided to take her shoes? Yes. And you thought this was an appropriate thing to do? Why exactly? John, her shoes were red and sparkly and delicious. I am only flesh and blood. You're such a weirdo. Why are troll girls so weird? Every single one I've met is a depraved lunatic, and all the troll boys I've met are just lame weenies, though. Well, except for Carcat. Carcat is great. May he rest in peace. Don't fucking say that. What? He's not dead, but you just said, I mean, he doesn't have to be. I did not come here to bathe in the repugnant attitude of the defeatist dork. I came here to force said dork to use his incredible and unprecedented powers to set everything right, even if it means stabbing him until he complies. Okay, you don't need to stab me, really. Do you think I want to? Don't you think I want to? We just lost everything we care about. Of course I want things to go back and change things. I just have no idea how. That's not my problem, just as a lack of stylish gemstone-studded footwear is also not my problem as of precisely today. Today, these things are your problems to solve. Both pitiful lack of command over your zappy prowess, as well as the grotesque pair of banana loafers on your feet. I friggin' hate troll girls, John. Solomon, thank you for the 19 months of supports. Solan Newman. It's, is it racist? Yeah, it's kind of racist, isn't it? Towards a fictional race, but you know, technically I guess it counts as him being racist towards trolls. What? Is it sexism? Which, to be fair, Vriska. Yeah, to be fair, I'm trying to think of who the girls he's met. Did he meet Nepeta? Hey, Luigi guy. Okay, so he met Vriska and the girl that stole someone's shoes just now and is covered in blood. Yeah, honestly, like, of the girls that John has met, okay, Terezi, Vriska, Mina, and Ardea. Yeah, no, that's fair, actually. I don't think that there's a single person in that group that is a well-functioning creature. So, you know. Have you ever seen your denizen? No? Well, I almost did once. What happened? I was tricked into going and seeing him early by a pranktress who shall remain nameless. But at the last minute, I was talked out of it by a pal from the future. I wasn't ready to see him yet. I would have died if I did. Okay, but like, what if you are now? What if I am now what? Ready? I mean, if now's not the right time, then when even would be? I guess you have a point. Would that actually accomplish anything? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. They're supposed to be these glamorous monsters that you either fight or you listen to their riddles and help solve all their problems, or they help solve all your problems or something. Aren't they? More or less. I think their purpose is a bit more mysterious than that. I guess it's more like majestic? Majestic? I don't know. Probably not the best guy to ask about denizens. Jade met hers, but her sprite could explain better than me. I didn't ever talk about it to your sprite. Didn't you ever talk to your sprite about them? Nah. Me and Fafetta never talked much about that stuff. We just mostly traded lame puns and talked about our shitty love lives. You did? Wow, what kind of sprite did you even have? Never mind. Didn't mean to touch upon yet another sad subject. Really, there's not a subject you can have that's not sad. He did see Nepeta. Okay, so like Nepeta is a fucking weirdo. But like not in a bad way, you know? Like she would probably be annoying to be around. Hot take. For long periods of time. But she would fucking, like, if you had bad, like, feels, you could go talk to her and she would, like, take care of you. Whereas most of the other ones would just leave you in a ditch to die. She's 13. Yeah, she's a little cringe because she's a 13-year-old. Like, it's fine. Okay, yeah, I know about the hunting and using the blood to paint her walls. Who hasn't done that? Have you guys not painted your wall with blood? It's just normal shit. That's normal shit. It's called an accent wall. Interior fucking decorating. That's some IKEA-based shit there. That is not even that, like, out there. You could get a fucking bucket of blood from IKEA, paint your walls, get a nice little smorgasbord to put in front of it, offset the color difference by maybe getting a white one. There you go. Oh, it's not a scam call for once. Hold up, one sec. Yo. Okay, Orc News. Orc News. I fucking called a bunch of places, okay? And I was able to secure a Beast Snagga box. Okay? That's shit. I don't know why they're doing this, but they're releasing the codex exclusively in the Beast Snagga box until like halfway into next month. Do I already have the scans and have I already played 3 games with the stuff? Yes. Yes, I have. They're good, by the way. What's that? It's a box of orcs. They're cool, dude. They got like somewhere between like a dinosaur and a pig that they ride on. Pingal, sorry. They got like 4 guys riding on like a cross between a dinosaur and a pig. And then you got like 20 guys that are just badasses. And then 1 asshole I'll never use. Here, yeah. Hold up. Beast Snagga. Boys. Yeah. Hold up. Have I heard about Tumblr Plus? Oh yeah, no, we need to talk about Tumblr Plus. Honestly, we talked about it the other day, and I agree with something that someone in chat said. If they just fucking made it so that way you could monetize like porn on there, Tumblr would be back in a major way. It's these dudes. It's like a pig and a dinosaur got together and caused problems. You get 3 of these guys and 1 of these guys and then 10 of these guys. And then this asshole who's fucking shit. It's like, you could have a really bad unit, but what if you made a really bad unit marginally better by adding another bad unit? Okay. Great. All right, sorry. I just got the call about the Beast Snagga box, so that's why I was talking about it. Tumblr just needs to allow porn on Tumblr. Just put porn on Tumblr. Let people know, hey, we're allowing 18 plus blogs. You just have to verify your age or some shit like that. Real simple shit. And then you could use the Tumblr Plus account for that. Beat out OnlyFans real fast. It already has an established, and you could do fucking art porn on there, you know? Patreon's not really about that shit. They're kind of like, we don't really want you selling porn on our platform, but we'll let you do it as long as, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Like, as long as we don't know or think about it too much. But if Tumblr was just like, look, if you want to, like, draw, like, 15-inch cock, like, whatever, then go for it. Tumblr could be fucking huge again. But Rev, would you draw my fursona? Nope. I don't do fursonas. I got paid once to draw one, and I refunded the money because I'm like, I can't do it. I just physically cannot draw this. You're weirding me out. No fucking shame in sex work, man. If you've ever jerked off to something, that's because someone put that shit out there, okay? It's their fucking, they helped you come. That's good. You enjoyed that. You went out of your day to do that shit. So don't you tell me that, oh, fucking porn, blah, blah, blah. You know, don't let kids see that shit. But, you know, porn artists, you want to do fucking, like, pictures of your titties or your cock and people want it? Sure. Fuck yeah. How do they feel about being an accessory to cum? I would hope that they're doing it because they want that. You know? I would imagine that if you're drawing porn or you're taking pictures of your downstairs mix-up, you're probably into that, you know? I hope that that's the case. Or maybe you just fucking like money. Who doesn't, man? Who doesn't? I think they're aware. I don't think you draw something like Zone Tan draws and be like, oh, wait, people are jerking off to this? Oh, wow. What? Well, I was just drawing some cartoons. Why are people jerking off to this? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Zone 10 was like, whoa, what? People are into this? Like, this isn't porn. What? Why are people like, you're a porn artist or something, and it's just like, what? Zone is the artist, Zone Tan is the mascot. Okay. So, you know. I like Flash games. I like Flash cartoons. It was impossible for me to not be aware of Zone as a kid. Tumblr can't bring back porn because of Apple. I see. What about Tumblr Plus being a separate part of the site? Hey, who's that? Hey, you want to go jerk off? Go look at it. Anyway, this is an important part of the comic, and I'm talking about porn and orcs, and no one gives a shit. I care. Those are two things that I care about a lot. Warhammer orcs and titties. But let's talk about Homestuck instead. Orc porn, no. Nope. No, I don't want to see that. There's fucking way more towel porn there should be. Just so you know. What about Warhammer orcs with titties? Okay. All right, chat. Just you guys, are you guys going to be good? Because check this out. They had this in Blood Bowl. It's orc girls with titties. They got like metal like tassel things. And they can swing the little tassel things. Different orcs though. Yeah, I know, but shut up. Look, it's orcs with titties. Also, for anyone who's like, hey, what the fuck? Banned from Twitch? Nope. They had a the only time I played Blood Bowl was when I did a Twitch bounty for Blood Bowl, okay? So Twitch is like, not only should you play this game, we'll fucking pay you to do it. Okay? So I'm not getting banned for that. Anyway. Anyway, maybe you're right, and my denizen could help me with these problems, but at the same time, there's so many problems. Even if I learned to control my powers better, we would still have to deal with all this glitchy bullshit. I could zap around and fix everything, but if it's all still garbled, how would I even know it's fixed? Maybe you were right, Roxy. What if it's all too much to overcome this time? Even for Typhus. I've heard enough. John, you have slandered our troll males as weenies. And while I could not possibly dispute this characterization, today I listened to excuses from none other than the supreme weenie himself. Go and see your denizen at once, ask him to help you understand your powers, and accept whatever price he demands. This is not negotiable. God, alright. I was gonna agree to go see him anyway. Can't a guy just think out loud a bit before making a decision? No. Wow. Okay. My bad, I guess. Yes. Stop thinking about it. You've always been terrible about it. Leave the mind work to me. Fine. I guess it's settled. I'll go to Loaz, see my denizen. But what will you guys do? Probably nothing. Nothing? If you are successful, then we will stop existing. I doubt we will have like to live the rest of our lives in a doomed timeline. Technically, that is what we're doing right now. I presume that since you have been endowed with the ability to rewrite causality, not like a mechanism behind the scratch, not unlike the mechanism behind the scratch, everything is as it is now will simply be a case causes to be. Oh, what? I mean, even if everything in the timeline is as shitty as it gets, I still think that's sad. Yeah. I think that's just them's the breaks, dude. Cease. Cease to be. Thank you. I'm like, what the fuck is that word? Thank you. What do you think you will do with the time you have left? I don't know. All around kind of melancholy for a spell. Question my life choices, probably bury my mom somewhere in the desert, give her a quick funeral, say goodbyes to her and everything else, and then just curl up into a ball and then wait to unexist. Holy shit, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Why do you even have to tell me that? Hey, you ass. No, that sucks. Don't do that. What? Meh, why not? Because it's a stupid plan for crappy idiots. Jesus fucking Christ, what a burn. I guess I might cease to exist just from that burn. Yeah, laugh at my truly sick burn if you must. But everyone's getting a case for being so, getting on my case for being so defeatist. And that's the best plan you can come up with? I didn't get it on your case for being defeatist, though. There was a ton of action in defeatist, tons more defeatist than on account of the emotions from my mom's tragic corpse. The trolls have been busting your windsock, remember? It's true. I have been doing that. Yeah, I just think no matter who's going to stop existing when, if I do something proactive, then you might as well too. Even if it's only in principle. Such as, why don't you go see your denizen too? What? That's your denizen there, isn't it? No, that's a statue. Yeah, I know it's a statue, but it's a depiction of her, right? Yeah. So if you're going to see mine, then why don't you go see yours? Go and see Nick's? Why? Why not? Because I'm not the hero with the magic fix literally everything powers that you need mastering. No, but you still have the abilities, you have the things to learn, don't you? Did you ever make that spike ball? No. But what even to be the point anymore? I don't know. It's just a thing you were going to set your mind to, but haven't done yet. Just like you said you were going to get that magic ring so you could give it to your best friend. Remember that? Yeah. I haven't done that yet either. But that doesn't mean that I have to give up on that idea. What if, after I see my Dizen, I go and do that? I'm just saying, you have no idea what there is out there to learn from her. Maybe find out that there's more, what there is to learn is most of what there is to learn. What? What's happening? Everything sucks and is fucked, and they're like, John, you have the ability to fix things. Go figure out how. There's one person that we know of that can do that. Gamzee, thank you for the 18 months of support. I've been here since almost the beginning. Since the beginning. Nice to see you almost done. Jesus Christ, 18 months, and they say that. Yep. Yep. What if making alien spike balls is the only beginning to understand your power? What if you could help channel some sort of incredible voidy thing? Voidy thing? Yeah, like the windy thing, but with void instead of wind. What's the windy thing? The windy thing is obviously just a bunch of wind blowing around. So you're saying she could teach me to make the void blow around? No. I didn't mean that literally. I mean, maybe think something more abstract. Like, I don't know. Literally phase out of reality or something. Preserve yourself in the void. Even if I alter history. So maybe when the time's right, you can just pop back into reality? Wow. You really think she could tell me how to do that? I have no idea. I'm just saying, who knows? Not to be a wet windsock, John, but that sounds far-fetched as heck. Okay, yes. It's probably shitty leaving you here and have a sad funeral, but then just stop existing. Sometimes, John, you gotta stop. You gotta just throw a sad funeral for your dead teen mom and just stop existing. Shrug. Shrug my butt. I'm not gonna see my Dizen unless you agree to see yours. That's the deal, and that's final. Damn, son. As in, damn, literal offspring of some people I know should be strict. Alive Lalonde. Just do what he says. Pointless obstinacy is a shared familiar trait, which is most unwelcome at this time. Damn, son. Good mouth. Also, when was this page written? I don't know. 3,000 years ago. Okay, fine. I'm going to go see a big-ass goddess of night if it'll make you get the show on the road already. Thank you. That's all I ask. So, now, I guess, like, this actual second then? I don't know, probably. All right, I guess we should go then, yeah? No time like the present, right? Right, then, hey, if it works and I somehow erase you from history, I mean, this version of you, yeah. If that happens, then it was nice to meet you. This is fucking brutal. I'm not about to spend my final moments slowly bleeding to death while two human dorks oblivious to their own painfully inevitable romantic tension fumble through a drawn-out series of awkward goodbyes. Didn't you just, like, meet today? Yeah. Jesus, someone flogged me with another shitty clown. I can't take one more minute of your adorable dweebs. You caught me at a bad time, Egbert and Lalonde. And any other day I would have been teasing you about this in a playful attempt to make you both uncomfortable and giggling maniacally. But look at me. I said look at me. Does this strike you as a face which prepared to giggle maniacally? I'm declaring this meeting of tragically yet adorable fuck-ups completely and utterly adjourned. Now say goodbye. Yes, there you go. Just like that. Hey. What, you're just going to walk away? How about a hug? Yes, the thing you do with your arms. No, not me. Don't touch me. With each other. Okay, a little closer, and there you go. There you go. This isn't blast-off research, people. All right, I think that's going to do it. Everybody has been, the goodbye has been secured. I mean, really, how do you even function on a day-to-day basis without me? How does anybody? Maybe they didn't. I guess that explains the whole mess we're in. Fucking B-U-R-E... Eureka? Eureka. Hop. Sorry, that took a minute for me to like fucking sort out. Scroll chart Scarf Troll, you're pretty funny. I don't know where I went with that, man. You just can't read this comic without just accepting some bullshit. Like the Husseyisms and the bullshits, it's just like, fine, whatever. Scroll Charf. How did I do that? So I took the SC and I switched that with the T. And added a H? What? Scroll Charf. Listen, Scroll Charf. Scroll Charf, you're pretty funny. I hope I meet you again, or at least some version of me meets you, some version of yourself. What an abstract wish. Fantasy wish giver, dream Christ. I don't even know what that meant enough to make it happen or not. He and his loyal entourage of religion wizards are just shrugging at each other. Okay, so good luck at fixing all that shit, John. Anyway, phasing down to the core of this sucker for denizen time. Later, dudes. Poof. Bye. She didn't hear me. She was already under the ground. But I guess we'll get going, too. Thanks for the weird, angry pep talk, Terezi. Pep talk. There we go. Egbert, where the hell do you think you're going? But you just said, get back here. Okay, dang. What is it? Don't you think we should go over the actual plan first? Thought we just did? I'm going to go see Typhus? No, you nitwit. I mean, what you're going to do if you successfully learn to control your powers? Oh, yeah, good point. So what's your plan? I don't have one. I mean, other than to talk to monster who I assume is a giant snake. And see what happens. Do you have any ideas? What do you think I should change, Terezi? I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't. I really should know, but I don't. Why do you think you should know? Because I'm the seer of mind. It's kind of my job to know such things. I'm supposed to foresee outcomes of certain actions and guide my friends to victory, but I've never been really good at using my powers. Crow Cole, thank you for the 17 months of support. We're so close. We are close. Just every stream, we're just going to be edging the end of Homestuck. That's the terminology I'm going to use. No shame in the sex work, yo. Am I supposed to foresee the outcomes of certain actions and guide my friends to victory? But I've never been very good at using powers. Look at it. Look at where they've led me. I lost all my fate and abilities long ago. Sorry, John. I'm not sure I can help you exactly. Can't you at least try? Try what? Anything. Like put your hands on your head like psychics do and just like, I don't know. Try anything that might help me and figure out what I need to do. I just don't want to be zapping around all the time in space at random with no rhyme or reason in what I'm trying to fix. Please, Terezi. Please. What is wrong with me today? I got like 4 hours of sleep. That's what's wrong with me. Please, Terezi. I'm trying to help. I need your help. Okay. I'll try something. I have no idea if this will work or even if there's a theoretical basis for it working, but I need you to help me do something. Tell me try it. Okay, what? Try and hold a certain thought in your mind as clearly and steadily as you can and tell me what it is. A thought? Like, what kind of thought? I don't know. Some idea. An image, maybe? Maybe a phrase? That might be simpler. Sure, what kind of phrase? Any phrase, as long as you're sure you'll be able to remember it clearly later on. That's a good face, too. Why the lips? Why Homestuck lips? What is that? Okay, I got one. Good, tell me. There's no place like home. Okay. I think I can work with that. But now make sure that you remember it. I will. All right, stand back. Let me give this a shot. Don't particularly understand what she's trying to achieve here. What happened? Did it work? No. It did not. Well, damn. That was worth a shot, I guess. Sorry. I can't help you. I can't help anyone. You'd better go. What will you do? Oh, I'll probably just bleed to death in the desert, alone and irrelevant. That's so shitty, though. What if you just stop? Just stop. There's nothing more you can do for me. I don't even have a distance to go visit. My friends are dead, and I've wasted my life. It's over for me. You're the only hope we have left, so get out of here. I guess you're right. All right. Off I go, then. Yeah, I guess you're right. Your life was useless. Anyway, bye. If I master my powers, I guess I'll figure something out. Don't worry, Trezzy. Why couldn't you have been Vriska dying in the desert, irrelevant and bleeding? Make sure none of this ever happens. I'm starting to remember the things she told me so vividly now. It's amazing what creative projects can do to get your mind turning. What shall I draw first? The Land of Wind and Shade. That's where the story starts. I see. Which story exactly? Hers or yours? It's both, as a matter of fact. My story begins with the tragedy of Loaz, which led to meeting her in the first place. And then she used my memory of the tragedy as a starting point for her story, which turned out to be related. Ooh, fascinating. I love stories. I know. I'll start with mine since it makes everything else make a little sense. So go ahead and start drawing. What? Loaz. Right. I was? What trolls do you wish had God tiered instead of Vriska? Carcat? I don't feel like I know enough about Fefree to be able to make that decision, and I think that's why people are saying Fefree, because she basically got no time in the spotlight. Gamzee is just a bad decision, because he'd be an asshole. Same with Iridan, but a different kind. Solix would be fine. Do you have a fan troll of yourself? Not well. Okay, yes, sort of. Karl Marx. He's the fan troll I made. How's this look? Looks good. Don't forget to put a really tall house poking out of the top. Oh yes, of course. Let's see. I got my thing here. Give me a sec. Homestuck. Yeah, here we go. Typing quirk our as a pronoun. All K's and X's are replaced with the communist symbol. Our fan troll, because Chad helped me make him. Seer of Blood, because he wants to get rid of class. Yeah, he wants to get rid of class structure. Karl Marx, he's 2 X's, because he's a sexy beast. And his pester ID is Communist Manifesto. There you go. Don't ask me to make a fan troll again. We're going to talk about the pinup horse. I was going to suggest Hussey make a gotcha game. I figured I'd go ahead and start it up with the horse titties. I just figured, you know. I figured he'd be down if horses were involved. So you say your story begins with the tragedy? What shall I draw next to depict this tragedy? Nothing yet. I'll get to that. But yes, the tragedy is why I alone was on the golden ship. This is not long after our 3-year journey began. I was relaxing in our makeshift living room, giving John and Dave Sprite some space to themselves for a while so they could catch up. John wanted to visit his home again, so I happily obliged and shrunk them down so they could hang out in his tiny, tall house. Seemed like a nice thing to do. But I came to regret that decision more than any I've ever made. I was minding my own business when out of nowhere. Is it Loaz or Iowa's? Also, yeah, Callie's art style is fucking adorable. I love it. Iowa. Yeah. Fucking potatoes, mate. Loaz. Low ass. Low ass exploded. That ass just exploded. Couldn't believe it. It was totally inexplicable. There's no trace of them at all. They're all both dead. I suppose it must have meant that John's death was heroic, but I couldn't for the life of me imagine how. To me, wait. Imagine how. To me, it was pointless and arbitrary as a death could be. I looked within myself as hard as I could see to see if there was some power I had in all my omnipotence to bring them back, but I couldn't. They were just gone. I could spend the next 3 years on that ship without my two best friends. Sure, there were still consorts and chess guys to keep me company, but the loss was too much for me to bear. I felt so alone. Weeks and months went by. I didn't have the slightest sense of how quickly or slowly time was passing. What's wrong? Microphilia? God, I don't like that word. Don't use that word around me. Don't use the word microphilia around me. I didn't have the slightest sense of how quickly or slowly time was passing. Any sense of purpose or reaching the destination had vanished, and delicious though it was, no amount of Nana's cake could bring me comfort. Towards the end of my journey, I was feeling particularly despondent. I fell asleep and had a dream, and that's when I met a very powerful and strangely charismatic creature. Her name was Calope. Calope? Kanye? Calliope. Cantaloupe. Like I said, as I said, she was somewhat like you, yet so unlike. Her presence was so serious and grave. Her hollow eyes were piercing. Think of the 5 bits orthogonal. It was the right one, yeah. It's a 5. You know. As I said, she was somewhat like you, yet so unlike. Her presence was so serious and grave. Her hollow eyes were piercing, but not hostile. But the prevalent sense that I got from her was the one of loneliness. Before she had even said a word, I could feel it somehow, that she was a deeply lonely soul. Until I met her, I thought I was the loneliest person in the universe. But a feeling told me that she had been there by herself for a very long time. I felt sorry for her, and relating to her plight helped me overcome the feelings of intimidation. So we began to talk. We traded our stories about ourselves, and she spoke about the brother she had killed, and I spoke of the brother I lost. And when I mentioned John's death, this is when she became very serious again. She began to recount how John had died, repeating to me the same story I just told you. She described the spontaneous destruction of Loaz, which left me alone for years. I wondered why she was recounting this tragedy that had just happened to me, and for that matter, how she knew it herself. She wanted to say that Loaz was destroyed because John's denizen had woken up. Typhus, a great monster of truly terrifying power. She said he had to destroy his land and slay his own heir of breath, not out of malice, but to make a slight correction. I asked her, "What do you mean correction?" She said that the John from my reality and his entire planet needed to be erased, and that the slumbering denizen and all the mysterious wisdom knew this. She told me that the dreams of the denizen draw from the same well of potential from which every conceivable possibility arises. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. So in other words, this timeline is doomed. It's fucked. but we're going to stop paying attention to it in a minute. So literally the timeline that we've been like reading this entire fucking time is a doomed one. And we're just going to skip. In other words, the plot demanded. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Hussy. Yes and no. Sure. The same place Skaya gets its power from. So if an agreement with the denizen is reached in one reality, that denizen in another reality could always becomes aware of it and responded accordingly. It seems that John somewhere in some other plane of existence had made just such of an agreement, and she said that the John I knew, like herself, was the only version of a person. There was the only version of a person. There was a different version of him from another reality, poised to play a more significant role. As you see, the John from the reality was in the act of desperation, had gone to see Typhus and struck a bargain with him. She would go on to explain the nature of that bargain in the next part of her story. But from my perspective, the consequences of this bargain was to lose my friends and live for years without understanding why. Losing him still hurt, but I was relieved to at least understand the reason, or to realize that their senseless deaths were actually serving a bigger purpose. I thanked her for letting me know. She told me that she was not human and had no frame of reference for empathizing with my feelings. But if there was one thing that she could relate to, it was the feeling of being alone, the feeling of waiting for what seems like eternity by yourself until finally your purpose presents itself. I feel sorry for her. I mean, myself, I suppose. But then again, that feeling is nothing new. It's an odd statement she made, though. What? Not having a frame of reference for empathizing the human feelings. If you ask me, I would have had the same vantage to relate to both humans and cherubs. So when you describe your feelings of sadness over losing your friends, I have more than enough grounds for commiseration. Thank you for the 63 months of support, college student. I like it here. Yeah, I hope so. If you're going to stay around this long, thank you for your support. Oh, God. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah. Some people are bamps, man. 63 months. Big dick numbers. For realsies. Do you think that version of me never what? Never had a human friend like I did? I have no idea. I hate it here. Thank you for the 10 bits, Orthogonal Caster. Speaking of which, another Orthogonal Caster edit coming out on Saturday. There you go. It will be out on the highlight channel. 63 months, aka how long it takes to read Homestuck. Apparently 18 months is. Alright, where are we at? Never had human friends like I did. Wait. Do you think that version of me never what? Never had human friends like I did? I have no idea. What a strange thought. To grow up only in my brother... with only my brother for company. Not even to have human friends to get me by. What a dreadful fate, the poor thing. Maybe that was the difference. I was listening to some stuff about Princess Diana today. I don't know. Just fucking... You know when YouTube, like, starts recommending you shit? And you just say, like, yeah, alright. I'm working on other stuff, so... Sure, you know? And, God, what the fuck with that? Like, she seemed like a nice person in that she seemed to give a shit about people, which is rare for royalty. It's too bad, man. Man, the fuck. I try to avoid those. Yeah, YouTube sometimes is like, hey, do you want to hear actual fucking propaganda? I was like, no. I want to see a guy break into a car. You know? I want to see someone play a fucking video game. I want to hear about Warhammer shit. Is that for real or hindsight? She advocated for a bunch of groups. She didn't seem to be actively racist. The bar is really fucking low. Is she okay? No, she died from being dead. Car crash. She was just, yeah, I mean, like, relatively speaking, I think she was just a normal person, but that makes her an exceedingly nice British royal. I think, I don't know. The stuff that I was looking at, it seemed pretty straightforward that, like, it was just a car crash. When it was an accident, and, you know. I mean, her driver was drunk, it sounds like. So, and they were driving 70 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. And yeah. I think she had some royal, like, she was like a daughter of a duke or some shit like that. And that allowed her to get married into the family. But Charles is a fucking slut. Fuck that guy. Like, fuck that guy. Soft take. Cold take. Fuck that guy. Asshole. Also, she was 19 and he was, or like 16, and he was 29? Like, what the fuck? What is that? Like, the mental difference between like a 21-year-old and a 16-year-old. Fucking already a lot. Like, she was young. There was like a pretty significant like age difference there. And he's an asshole and cheated on her. And she got bulimia because he was like, you look a little chubby, aren't you? And that fucking set her off. They're like, oh, hey, you know how you have friends? Nope. You have no friends now. You don't get to have friends. You get to hang out in the castle. Also, I'm going to cheat on you. Fuck that guy. Asshole. Anyway, back to Homestuck. I don't remember if that was the exact age difference, but it was something like that. Why do people let royals exist? It's one of those things that's just been around for a bit, and people are really like unaccustomed to changing things, even if it's for the better, or if the thing that, you know, is around is irrelevant now. There's a lot of things that we just sort of keep doing because, like, I don't know, we just do that, you know? It's just like, I mean, like, listen, you're right, but should we change things? Because, man, that'd be work. And, like, what if we did change things and it was bad? Like, I don't know. I gotta brush my teeth and do my laundry, and you want me to get rid of the monarchy? Oh, it's so much work. If you ever do any activism work, let me tell you, there's going to be two types of people who will, like, actively work against you. There's going to be the people who are just pricks and hate whatever you're doing on principle. That what you're doing is just bad, that they don't like it. And then there are people who are like, we should probably try and find some middle ground, you know? Like, maybe they have some good points too. And we shouldn't change things too much. And those two people will be the two types of people that actively, or you're not doing it right. You know? Tourists pay to see the royalty. They pay to see the castle and the people standing out front. Get rid of the royals. Pay the guards the same amount. You know what happens? Fucking lot of money right there. You get rid of the royals, you don't have to pay for their golden thrones and golden boudettes and shit. You still have a cool fucking castle. Look at this castle. In this castle, a bunch of old white people made bad decisions and it fucked up the world in random fucking ways and we're still paying for it. Look at it. That's $5. If you want to learn more about it, pay me another $5. Seriously, you could skip so much. Like, you just do a fucking, like, yeah, just castle palace tour. Dude, you know how fucking cool it'd be to, like, do a tour of the palace? That'd be kind of rad. But you can't do that because you might fucking try and murder the princess or something. But if you don't have a princess, you can't murder him. You can't murder a princess if you don't have one. Someone go try and murder the fucking princess of fucking America. Who's that? Beyonce? I don't know. Rev, the pages per minute. You guys are not only here to read. Advocating for regicide is illegal. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, the reason we can't have palace tours is because people are worried about you trying to, like, murder the royal family. If you don't have a royal family, if you just don't have them, you don't even have to murder them. You know? You just be like, you're fired. You don't have this job anymore. When I stop working at GameStop, I'm not considered a GameStop employee anymore. You know? You just fucking get rid of the royal family. They're not. It's not like you killed them. They just don't have the job anymore. They got to do something else with themselves. Fuck. If you want to be super duper nice, pay for them until they die. And then they die, and it's like, oh fuck. There you go. Is your voice giving out? A little bit, but it's fine. I'm not saying anyone should murder. I'm just saying we should fire the royal family. And not from a cannon or anything. Just, you know. Be gone, thought. And then you do tours of the palace. Do you think that this version of me never what? Never had human friends like I did? I have no idea. What a strange thought to grow up with only my brother for company and not even have my human friends to call me get by. What a dreadful fate, the poor thing. Maybe that was the difference. What let her predominate over her brother, whereas I was too humanly socialized to succeed in my cherubic rite of passage? Could be. Could be you went soft because you hung out with humans. I don't know if about cherub rites of passage to say either way. Human rites of passage for that matter either. So what happened? Right. Anyway, that's when she began her story in earnest. She was the one who summoned me in my dreams to tell me the story of the other John who made a deal with Typhus. I'm pronouncing that right? I'm pronouncing that right? It's like Typhus, the bringer of the hive. The Death Guard guy from Warhammer. You're pronouncing it. Am I pronouncing it correctly? I'm pronouncing words. Typhus. It's spelled different than Typhus from Warhammer. It's good? Okay. Well, just let me know if I pronounce words wrong or something. It began in the same place mine did. Iowa. So go on. What? Draw Iowa again. Oh, wait. All over again? No, you can just copy the first one you did. What a lovely idea. I'd hate to hold up your pace. You're so exciting, of your exciting tale with a bunch of superfluous doodling. I was fucking with people about the Iowa thing. I'm going to stop pronouncing it that way. Just, for the sake. Japes, my friend. Japples. Good enough? Yes, but isn't there supposed to be glitches all around? Glitches? What do you mean glitches? Like computer-y glitches. Sounds hard to draw. Okay, so why don't we not worry about about showing this glitches for the story? It just make it harder to see what's going on. Probably the point of that, now that I think about it. The point of what? I never thought about it much, but it seems like a weird deal that you mentioned. I guess it was some sort of strange form of corruption or recession that made everything harder to understand. Where did the corruption come from? No idea. I guess it was just one more way for everything got messed up for him. Like another surreal obstacle for the hero to overcome. Oh, that reminds me. You need to draw John there as well. Oh, righto. There you go. One hero. Sans surreal obstacles. When she mentioned that, I didn't give it a second thought. But now that I'm trying to reconstruct everything and let you tell you what to draw, I guess when you're trying to tell a story about it, it forces you to think more about everything than when you just are listening to one. 'Tis quite true. Perhaps you should start writing? How did she begin? Let me think. Maybe we should pause before I go on? Pause? Like some sort of intermission? No! Stop it! No! Bad! Bad, hussy. Bad. Don't make me get a rolled up piece of paper. So I can collect my thoughts a bit, and to give the audience a little bit of a breather between two significant arcs. We were at it for a pretty good while there, after all. What audience? Well, that would be you in this case. Oh, I know. I can do a quick little story about the antics of silly consorts and golden ship before moving on. I don't care, hussy. One of the things I did to pass time on the ship was to give them funny names. Let's meet our cast of characters for this intermission, shall we? Let's see, there was Bubble Alpagus, Thips Ahoy, Knack Be Nimble, Slowpoke Malone, Jade, Detective Glub's Budget, Fidgety Herbert, Dr. Snossages, Yif Yif, Jade. I'm sorry, I don't care about this right now. Your consort friends are very cute, and all their names are silly, and I love them. But I want to hear about the rest of all... But I want to hear the rest of the story. Please, let's go back to illustrating her story. I'm so curious. Please, 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 please. Wow, okay, sorry. You're right. This is a stupid diversion. Let's continue. Callie, your hand? Oops. Pay no attention to that. Do carry on. Foreshadowing of Yiffany. So anyway, like I said, she was finished telling me that she was able to beat up her brother in this reality. But apparently that wasn't supposed to happen, so she lived out the rest of her life in a doomed timeline and eventually died. She didn't mention how. And then she kind of did this fancy transition. Darn, I don't think it'll do justice. A transition to my story about my brother who was stuck in a doomed timeline too. So I think I'll mess it up if I try and match up what she said word for word. She had some really fanciful ways of putting things. No need to try and recite what she said. Just tell me the story in your own voice, as you've already been doing. It'd be more fun that way. Okay. So the bottom line was, almost all our friends had died, and John was our only hope to return to his planet, and it's him to complete his personal quest. Yeah, I know of Yiffany. Don't worry about it. Like, I don't know who she is. I just know the name Yiffany. Continuing on to... Did you hear there was a video host that was bought by a porno site and now there's smut ads all over Kotaku? What? And several news outlets. I can see tits. I can go to CNN or Fox and see some good tits. VidMe got bought. Fuck yeah. That's a reason to check the news. It's like, oh, fuck. Everything's depressing. The planet's having problems. The government's having problems. Nipples. Nips. Cock. It's like, all right. You know what? All of this shit I'm reading is bad. But all right. All right. Titties on the BBC. Look. Five-star HD porn. Loads of Fallout 4 gameplay details leaked early. Oh, I've got ad block on. God damn it, I can't see tits if I have ad block on. Hold on. Hold on. Shut up, chat. I know what you're saying in chat right now. I'm not checking chat, but I'm checking this. Find us on Twitter. Yeah, all of the ads are for Kotaku right now. Oh, no. Wow. Whoa. 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 That's a dick. That's a penis going straight up an ass. Wow. Wow. Whoa. No, all the ads are actually, wow, okay. Turning ad block back on, so that way I don't accidentally flip over to it and get banned on Twitch. But that's porn. Yeah, there was one where there's a lady and she was sitting on a dick. And then there's another one where there was a dick going in an ass. Neat. Good for them. Honestly. As you know, we all have personal quests that are unique to our planets. The nature of the quest was never easy to understand at first. They were presented to us through the enigmatic riddles conveyed through the lore of the land. For John, it was a journey to the place where the constellation danced beneath the clouds. It was said that the air of breath was free to free the stars from the shade and release them into heaven. This is a really mysterious way of saying what he really had to do. Just move the clouds? Stars were actually fireflies. They'd been flying around and trapped beneath the overcast sky ever since John first was brought to Loaz, and into existence by his arrival. And paradoxically, they had been imprisoned there for ages even before that. Such is the way of our lands. And they are normally born the day we arrive, yet they always were. On a harrowing... This is a harrowing note, but the alternative video hosting about, oh yeah. So yeah, there's really just Vimeo and YouTube and like, I don't know. I think they have video sharing on Facebook. I think that's a thing. I think you can like post videos directly to Facebook. I know you can do streams. I know they're paying like a lot of money in order to get people to be like Facebook streamers. And, like, it's good money. But, hey, guys, you remember Ninja? He's got a Raid Shadow Legends deal now. But, like, aside from that, when was the last time you heard of him? It was like he was removed from his existence. And as soon as he was removed by going to Mixer, a fucking dream appeared. Fully formed fucking Minecraft streamer. Where did he come from? No one fucking knows. Last I heard about Ninja, someone was roasting his shitty Minecraft house. Why them? Honestly, the depression that comes in late at night. Why them? Why not someone who's not them? And if I may be so bold and so egotistical, why not me? Why dream, don't take your medicine, your sadness is your own fucking problem? Why ninja, I can't hang out with women because, sex or something? I'm too spicy for people. I need to tone down the spice. No more talking about the British monarchy. No more British monarchy talk. Don't have any controversial statements. No more personality. Just clean, wholesome, everyone can get into it fun. No, I'm not talking about ninja being part of the yeah. Free of all thought. No important conversations. PPM? No. Right now? Right now is time for me to instead embody the bullshittery. I must become an asshole. That is the way. I'm pulling it in. And I'm trying to become an asshole. Like a different kind of asshole. Okay. I say something controversial. No, it's not. It's got to not be controversial. It's got to be like, yeah, I don't think I can do this. Anyway. The stars were actually fireflies. They'd been flying around trapped beneath the overcast sky since John first bought Loaz, or brought. Okay, no, we already read that. I've been reading a lot today. Don't look at. Oh no, that's not it. Is it fucking here? Save, right? Look, I've read 60 pages roundabout. To free the fireflies, John would have to play a special song. It had to be played just right to summon the breeze through the pipes, but there was a problem. The pipes were all clogged with oil. The first day that John had come to the land, the oil began oozing up from the core, flooding the pipes and filling the oceans. To play the song, he would first need to clean up the oil, and to do that, he would need to face the slumbering one himself. He would need to face Typhus. Not 69 though. All right. So 69 would be let's see, 91. I think that's right. But as he wandered through the catacombs, 7091. There you go. Well, as he wandered through the catacombs down to the planet's core, he wasn't thinking of freeing the fireflies or cleaning up the oil. He was seeking help of this denizen to master the power he couldn't control. Luckily for him, denizens always seem to understand what you want, and more importantly, what you need, whether or not you know it or not. Is something wrong, Callie? Well, go ahead and draw Typhus. Oh, yes. You do know what he looks like, don't you? I believe so. I do. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just draw a big green snake monster. A big green snake monster, you say? Yeah, a snake monster with the most unspeakably hideous face you can imagine. But you don't have to be too literal about that. Feel free to draw something a little bit more representational. Did I do the math right? I don't know. I'm not particularly sure. I'm particularly comfortable rendering such imagery. Why not? It strikes me as indecent, for reasons I'd be too embarrassed to explain. That's okay. Why don't I draw it? Very well. But if you must, please excuse me if I giggle. Oh. Oh. That's weird. Very well. You must excuse me if I giggle, but I don't see what's so indecent about a big old snake. Teehee, lol. Penis. Penis. Snakes are buckets of cherubs. So that's, listen, if you're like, hey, this race of people all jerk off into a bucket, I'm gonna be like, that's fucking weird. All right. You know? But this race of people all jerk off onto a snake? Is that what you're telling me? Was there a snake? There's something about Ouroboros, but I don't remember how it worked. They changed into giant snake monsters to mate. Right, I forgot. Sorry. There's a lot of fucking shit in this comic. Have you noticed that? Hence why it's fucking long. When John got to the core, he arrived to find Typhus awake and ready for him. That's when he was presented with a choice. Stop, you're going to make me crack up too. This part is serious. I apologize. Please, go on. Oh, is this a animation? It is. His choice was presented as a kind of riddle, spoken in a language only he could understand, spelling out the conditions he must accept. But speaking from experience, once a player is given the choice between two courses of actions, it'll hardly feel like a choice at all. If your heart is in the right place, then the right thing to do will always seem obvious. So John accepted his denizens' terms, and with that, Typhus opened the valves into the core and flooded it with oil. There was no way out. He could not transform into wind because completely submerged. So he was faced with two possibilities. Either he could figure out how to make himself disappear completely, or using the ability he'd hoped to master, or drown in the oil. Okay. I do like the art through this segment. This segment has got really solid art. Drowning obviously would have been bad, but disappearing wouldn't have been much better. It would have had appeared somewhere else, having made no progress in his personal quest. The planet would still be polluted, and he would be no closer to playing the song. Somehow he understood the only possible way was to conceive of a third option. The idea behind the simple binary set of outcomes before him. And interestingly, it was coming to this understanding which gave him the first glimpse of how to control the power. He realized it wasn't himself that he needed to make disappear. It was the oil. Sure. He disappeared every drop throughout existence. Oh. Right. There was just oil fucking everywhere. What the fuck? What was this one? No, I remember most of this. What the fuck was this one? Oh, the apple juice? Okay. Leaving a little mark for anyone who might notice, signifying his mastery over the confining reality. So these were retconned in? The blood? Or the oil? So in the version that... Because I remember it just fucking being everywhere. The version that I read just had it everywhere, right? I think I started reading Homestuck with the original version. Like, from the website. So I probably actually did see the oil on there after the retcon. But more importantly, /oil retcon, leaving his planet clean and the pipes clear. And finally, they were ready to let the breeze flow so he could play his song. Oh, fuck, we missed the 69 page. God damn it. Hey, it's James Roach. I've messaged back and forth with him a few times. I wanted him to do some work for me, but it didn't work out. He seems like a nice guy from the little interactions I've had with him. Remember John playing the piano back in the beginning? Absolutely not, no. That was like a year ago, 2 years ago. It does make sense that he would use a pipe organ. I mean, that's like the windiest of instruments. Ooh, big screen flash. Oh. He got really into doing this for like Cascade stuff. Or like after Cascade, they were like, pop, everything's got to like be a big. That's cool. Act 6, Act 6. Act 1, Intermission 4. God damn it, Hussy, stop! And the lightning bugs, of course, right. He cleaned the cartridge. Yeah, he did the thing where he go into the cartridge. Literally blew the cartridge. I've heard that's apparently bad for them, but I've also heard that, fuck it. You know? Oh. Misstuck too? Are these guys supposed to be like hanging outside the frame? God, this was forever ago. They're free. Right, yeah, they can just do whatever. Oh, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? What's up? Yeah, what's up? Rivenstuck? Is that what they called it instead? You find a spunky babe in a cool blue outfit hanging out on your planet. She doesn't belong here. What the hell is going on, you wondered loudly. The cats. Okay. You interrogate the rogue teen babe for answers. You mean girl. Rogue teen girl. Sup. 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 Okay. Roxy? Sup? What are you doing here? I thought you were going to go see your denizen. I did? You did? Yeah? How'd it go? Went okay. What happened? Oh, you know, ventured into a spooky subterranean lair for a bit and a bit of a cathartic and life-altering monster real talk. Okay, that's a funny way of putting it, but yeah, me too. Yeah, figured your monster quest happened. I mean, once all the gross black shit disappeared and the wind started blowing like a motherfucker, what did your monster say? I mean, saying it out loud, how does that work? Hey, maybe we should try and be more respectful about our god monsters. Her name's Nyx. Right. What did Nyx say? Should it speak in the weird blabby language that you could still understand somehow, even though it made no sense? Fuck yeah. It was downright incomprehensible in most mysterious, understandable way. She told me this riddle thing that spread it all out for me, like what my options were and what would happen if I did those options, and like the metaphysical moral consequences of doing those options. Yeah, Typhus pretty much did the same thing for me. Typhus was the name of my snake monster, by the way. You had a snake monster? Yeah, he's awesome. So, did Nyx give you some sort of challenge to overcome by which you could get in touch with your powers, which enabled you to appear here by doing the incredible voidy thing, letting you phase out of existence and magically appear with me in a weird plane of reality? Well, no, she pretty much just told me to fly to your planet, so I did. Huh? You mean like you just wrapped up your conversation with her in Lair and you left and flew to Loaz? Yes. Oh, okay. I know, right? Wow, what a quest. But when you think about it, it was totally obvious thing to do. I didn't know it at the time, but you're going to make your whole planet disappear. So if I wanted to keep persisting through your history altering hijinks, then all I really had to do was come along for the ride. No monstery night magics needed. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. There were some stipulations, though. Mad stips, if you will. Vis-a-vis buttloads of opaque goddess riddles. Right, you mean the choice thing? Yeah. What about the mad stips? She said, keep in mind I'm paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is even a thing you could do with the stuff she said in the unfathomable monster jargon. That either I could stay behind and vanish into nothingness forever, and everyone in the new reality would inherit all the big-time responsibilities, including the version of myself who had no memory of this and never experienced all the loss and sadness I just went through. Or I could go with you, and in doing so, everyone I loved would know that loss instead, whatever that means. John crushing? Yeah, no. This is just everyone in this comic is crushing on everyone. Even the author is crushing on characters. Let's see. I could go with you, but doing so, everyone I know would know that loss instead. Yeah, Typhus gave me almost the exact same sort of choice. Think about other people's feelings of loss I felt if I accepted the challenge, by which I'm pretty sure was probably not good. I mean, what else am I going to do? I couldn't just let things stay as they were. Exactly. But her caveat sounded ominous as shit. There's something that didn't sell well with me about doing nothing. Accepting your terms just felt right, you know? Yes. So here I am. Yes. Just make out already. Fucking hell. Come on. I'm glad it worked out like this. I'm fully prepared to do this alone, to hop around and change things in whatever way. I would get to see my friends again, even though they don't remember all the same stuff, which is a lonely feeling, but it makes sense. But now I'll have someone else to remember the way things originally went. Word. Yes, word indeed. But you know what I mean? They're just good friends, like those that couple on Kotaku's website that I saw that ad for. They're just good friends, you know? Just two friends hanging out. They're pals. Nothing's going on. Even if they don't remember all the same stuff I do, which is a lonely feeling if it makes sense, but now I'll have someone else to remember the way things originally went. Word indeed. But just so you know what I mean, it's nice to have like a witness, I guess, someone to authenticate the rough shit you went through, even if we never end up talking about it again. The fact that at least someone else knows makes it feel like it didn't all mean nothing, right? Because even if we get erased and put back all together, I don't think that the stuff we went through and the feelings we had meant nothing. The feelings themselves and the way they shaped us, that all means something. Forget it, I'm talking on my ass. No, it makes sense. Anyway, If nothing else, everything that happened brought us here. The stuff we're about to do, whatever it is, wouldn't be possible otherwise. And that feels pretty important if you ask me. I am forged by the fires that made me is definitely the sentiment here, you know. You were brought up in a certain household. You had certain friendships. You had certain life experiences. You had certain mental or physical conditions and certain financial situations that brought you to the situation that you had, you know? Maybe you're someone who decides to watch my channel, someone who likes to listen to my voice. Maybe you're a British royal who decides to have money and be an asshole. Maybe you're a ninja. Which kind of the same thing. You know, the things that have happened to you affect who you are. And as much as like I regret some of the decisions that I've made and some of the things that have happened to me, for the most part, I enjoy who I am. And I can't have been the person I am now without having had deal with the things that I've done. You know? I feel like I'm probably a more compassionate person than I probably would have been had I not had to deal with some of the shit that I've had to. In Homestuck, however, we're just retconning a whole bunch of shit so that way we can get, you know, around the fact that he wrote himself into a corner, I think. So, all that wind, that was you, right? Yeah. I don't see any glitchy trash. I guess your humongous blowy spell did away with all the grody nonsense? Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. I didn't even notice it until you mentioned it. But, yeah. I guess those dumb problems fixed is finally busted. Thank God. For real. You heard the music, too. Did you hear the music? That was me, too. I was playing the magic organ. Oh, relay? Relay? Relay. Yes. You see, there's this huge organ that is most certainly what she said, wonk. Oh, shush. Anyway, there's this huge pipe organ. Anyway, let me play the breeze, so to speak. I think that was the only way to get rid of all those clouds and let the fireflies go home. This is their home, huh? Guess so? I'm surprised how my quest turned out, too, to be honest. It's kind of bittersweet, seeing all these twinkly Herbert bros and sisters going home. Twinkly who? My pet firefly. I'm guessing this is where he's from. Oh, they all seem happy, though. Look at them all blinking away into the blank ass yonder. Why is this guy blank, by the way? It's blank because it's nothing. Nothing? Why is it nothing? Why are we even here? It's nothing because we are literally nowhere. Okay. How can you tell this is actually a field of nothingness as opposed to a bunch of regular empty space that looks vaguely neutral? So, like, is it actually? It's not a transparent layer as far as I can tell. Okay, can you tell me... how can you tell it's an actual field of nothingness as opposed to a bunch of vaguely regular empty space that happen to look very vaguely neutral? How can I tell? I guess I just can. No, but how? Why don't you ask yourself? You're the one who asked me why I was blank in the first place. Why did you choose the term blank in your question? Damn. Owned by the philosophies. So owned. You'll find I'm the best there is at those. It's true. I'm always getting owned at those by you and your kin. Recently, your crazy dog sister was schooling me in perfectly generic cubes. You mean perfectly generic objects? Generic fort blocks. Yes. No, you're dropping the truth bombs about blank skies on me. You shouldn't be innately stellar at this sort of stuff as a Void player. Must be coming off slow as fuck on the uptake here, aren't I? No, not really. You seem pretty smart to me. I do? Yeah. A pretty funny and snappy way of talking, like Dave. Bless you, but in a satanic way. Well, thank you. Hail Satan to you, too. You have a funny and snappy way of talking, like Dave. But unlike that knucklehead, I sense that behind all your jokes, you're probably some kind of brainiac like Rose. Whoa, don't get me wrong. I mean, knucklehead in a good way. Dave is actually like the best dude. You'd like him. I bet you're correct. So, Dave, he's your son, right? I mean, yeah, pretty much. Honestly, it gets weird to think about our relations in that way sometime. I getcha. Like, when I think about you and Wolf Jade being kind of like the kids of Jane and Jake, oh my God, that's so cute. So what is it you think is weird about Dave being my son? I think we should just change the subject. All right. Well, what were we talking about again? Do you think the guy who made the Loud House fan fiction was paid by the word? Like, I think we should change the subject. You're right. We should. All right. What were we talking about again? We were talking about the blank skies and fort blocks and such. Oh, yes. And I thought you should know more about the things like that as a Void hero. Which reminds me, do you think you're any closer to making that alien egg? I mean, after seeing Nyx, do you feel like a power boost or anything? Power boost? Like Mega Man or... No, not like Mega Man. Like, I mean, like, if you're asking if she taught me to do voidy things. Well, did she? Nah, dude. I told you. We were in our chat in some horseshit 11 baloney tongue. Elven. Chris Salvino made an incest comic before Loud House, you know. Is there a reason that you tell me awful things? The guy behind the real Loud House, or are you talking about the guy who wrote the world's longest piece of fiction? The Complex Adventures of Eddie Puss. Okay, first off, great name. Awful idea. The real Loud House creator, apparently. Well, I don't know anything about the Loud House, but I do know that now, and that I hate. That I dislike. You're asking me if she taught me to do a voidy thing? Well, did she? Nah, dude. I told you our chat was some horseshit, elven baloney tongue. She told me to come here, and that's like literally it. Go to the planet if you want to live. So I did. It wasn't really any soul searching or getting in touch with my inner miracles. It's kind of a bummer. You're kind of shortchanged out of an important mystical and spiritual process of self-discovery. I'm sorry, just sometimes you sound so much like Jake, it's quite uncanny. But yeah, I don't really care. It's kind of like an uneventful, non-spiritual trip to a wind planet, or just stop existing. So yeah, I'll be fine with without the self-discovery part. The Complex Adventures of Eddie Puss was a comic about a cat boy who has the hots for his mom. Okay. Subject matter aside, fucking good name. For, like, it tells you exactly what it is on the tin, you know? Like Oedipus. Or Oedipus. But it's a Catboy pun. Wonderful. Go fuck yourself. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, yeah, it's some guy named JoJo. And he's doing some weird shit. And he's having an adventure about it. You know? It's like, yeah, wow. I mean, Homestuck, let's be real. They spend very little time stuck in their home. You know? Like, the amount of time that anyone's stuck in a house is, like, probably about 1,000 pages of this fucking shit. To be fair, Oedipus didn't know he was fucking his mom. Okay, well, you know. You learn something new every day. And sometimes it makes your life worse. It was named that because Hussy was stuck at home. I mean, that's a fucking mood. I don't leave the house. Not that much, only 1,000 pages. Out of an 8,000 page thing, that's not that much. Touch grass? It's raining outside. I don't want to touch grass. I'll get muddy. Oedipus gets a bad rap for being a literal motherfucker. Just gonna read that line from chat. He gets a bad rap. He didn't know what he's doing. And what he was doing was his mom. Sometimes he sounds so much like Jake, it's really quite uncanny. But yeah, I don't really care about reality. It's either the uneventful, non-spiritual trip to the wind planet or just stop existing altogether, so I'll be fine without the self-discovery part. Yeah, or wait, what if it was part of it? Part of what? Your quests. Like, be here and learn to use your powers better. Kind of like in the realm of literal nothingness right now. Maybe you are able to draw energy or inspiration from the void or whatever. Nix, you old sly bitch. Does that make sense? It does. It kind of loads of does. Oh, sweet. I was grasping at straws, but now that you agree, I'm suddenly a lot more confident in my theory. Yeah, Jake. Why don't you try it out again? What, the egg? Like right now? Sure. A bit sick of trying summon that damn egg. How about later? I'd rather keep BSing with you for a while rather than get right down to the freaking business. I guess there's no hurry. Not in this place, at least. I don't think this place has any bearing on any timelines. It's almost like we're taking a time out of our canonical lives. So if you wanted, you could take as much time to practice here. I'm down as heck with that. I could use a breather from my canonical life. Me too, even though I'm not sure if I have one anymore. Might have to stop early because my throat is trying to like give out on me. We could all go to the void. Yeah, we all could use a little bit of time to go to the void, take a break from our canonical life. I read this creepypasta recently. It's pretty good. It was about it's like a dating service, but it was instead of dating, you would hire someone who looked exactly like you to just take over part of your life for like a week, so you could just like not go to work, like take a vacation. It's creepypasta, so it went bad, but I think everyone could kind of be into that. I forget what the name of it was. Sorry. Mr. Creepypasta read it recently. It's a good idea. I don't know how you could really get it going in like a real practical sense. Well, since we already talked about my quest, like spiritual Mega Man style power boost and all, what about yours? How'd that go? How'd it go? Pretty well, I'd say. But like you blew away some clouds and blanket out the sky and all. But the point was you could control your zappy powers, did you? I think so. I haven't really tried to control jump yet. I see. Well, when you do, where do you think you'll jump first? I have no idea. Just the thought of changing the timeline is still mind-boggling to me. Well, if nothing else, you really should go grab that ring before Smug Troll can take it. I mean, there's a lot of problems already, but her coming back to life really fucked us over in the shittest max possible. That's right. I definitely want to go back and get that ring off the couch before I lost it. Or in the very least, that way you could use it to help your friend. Yep. Any other ideas? Not yet. So much has happened, it's hard to think about. It's not even limited to what I've been through either. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff just from my random jumps. Like what? Like the last place I was, actually. Just before I came back to find your session in ruins. I got into a pretty serious fight. Oh, with this guy, Skull Kid. He's a huge asshole and a horrible artist. You saw the Skull Kid's drawings? Unfortunately. In fact, I was in one of his drawings once. It was like a true nightmare come to life. I'm pretty convinced he's the guy behind all the problems we ever had, even though he's a complete ignoramus. Then you mean that was Callie's bro? Yeah, probably. I have a feeling that someday we'll have to take him down, but probably when he grows up and be his adult self. When I could beat him up, he was just a teen scamp like us. But with a skull for a head and a robot leg and a cape, which I ripped to shreds, and a pair of dumb suspenders. You beat him up? Damn, y'all must be strong. Not particularly. I was just really angry and caught him off guard drawing some shitty animes. Fuck his animes. Like literally the worst animes I've ever seen. I heard his drawing handing and never has any more ugly art for the rest of his stupid mortal skull monster life. Can we just go there and kill him? Yeah, I know that guy. He used to troll my friends all the time. Wait, no. He used to jeer us. He was a tool. Fucking his animes. It's a different thing. You can go to Kotaku and look at the sidebar and probably find that. It occurred to me, aside from fixing the timeline, there's another benefit of my new power. Once we all decided we're ready to fight him, I can just zap us all right to him. We can just take him by surprise again. Sure, why not that? Why not do exactly that? I really doubt that he'd be able to take us all if we clobbered them all at once. That's pretty good thinking, but maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. Making plans for the Royal Rumble with Mangaka Dude Bro, Lord of the Shitwanks. Probably should just focus on bringing our loved ones back to life first. Yeah, okay, yeah, you'll need them to do that. Yeah, just beat his ass. Oh. Is that Dirk's anime sword? What's up with that? This is where Dave's bro died a few years ago. Probably while being heroic and cool. Jade made his body disappear to bury him, but I guess she just left the sword here. She and Dave Sprite have gathered here where he was buried, and Dave Sprite said some stuff about him. That was pretty funny and rambly, but also weirdly poignant. I guess it was a bit of like a funeral? A funeral, you say? Yeah. Yoink. Anyway. You're right. Taking a break from the mayhem is all nice and all, but we should probably get going. I have a lot of responsibility now. I hope I can live up to it. To quote an extremely wise and hunky dude I once knew. Oh man, he was so wise, and I hope I don't butcher this quote, but it goes a little something like, if you can't handle it, John, you can handle it, John. I believe in you. Oh, thanks. Who the fuck are you talking about? Remember what I said, too, about practicing voidy stuff? I will. Good. All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah? Cool. Damn it. What? We're doing it again. Doing what? Being awkward instead of getting our shit into gear. Oh, whoops. Too bad grouchy scarf girl was like, what did I call her? Scroll charf? Carf? I think? Too bad grouchy's troll scarf, or scarf troll, ain't here to coordinate another stilted goodbye. Yeah, it's just as well, though. We don't need goodbyes. If I can control it now, I should be able to come back here anytime I want. Which should mean I won't be gone long. Okay, I'll be waiting here, training. Partnering with these yellow lizards. Those are salamanders. Fuck. Later, Roxy. Neat. God, oh my god, the art style. He kept the original art style? For this? Yikes. I guess I shouldn't mess with that moment. It was way too fundamental. Let's try this again. Oh. Oh, no. Whatever's going on here is completely useless to history. Let's get your shit together, John. You gotta go somewhere relevant. Try and think of something that will help a target at a certain point in time. Try and think about, with my voice giving out, and I'm gonna have to stop soon. Where's a good place to stop? Like, give me a page number. We're at page 7,138.
Liu Kang wins. Fatality.
You're right. Did Liu Kang eat a dude? Was that his thing? $7,150. 7,000. People were saying 7,125. He turned into a dragon. Nope. We're not almost anywhere. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and save here? I think this is probably a decent enough stopping point. Go see the wife. I think this is probably fine. Thank you guys for watching. I know I talk about irrelevant bullshit and ramble, but thank you guys for being here. Like, sort of like if Metallica got up on stage and instead of playing music, they were just like, so I saw this thing the other day. There's all these people in the audience. Kirk Hammett's just like nodding along. Did you guys see this light? You pull down the skin of it, and it kind of looks like you're jerking off a dick, but it's a lamp. And the crowd is just like sitting there being like, fuck, I hope they play Enter Sandman. That's what streams like me are like. You know? It's just like, what the fuck? And then like a couple of people are like, yeah! Woo! Metallica! What do you think your Inner Sandman is? Right now, probably reading Homestuck. Make sure I saved. I did. Good. I will try and give you guys heads up before I do the next one. Probably not doing it tomorrow. Not going to do it Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to try and get stuff together for the March of the Mice through this next week. Despite waking up in the middle of the night, I was like, hey, you know what? I think I got an idea for a plot. Like, I think I got an idea of where I want this to go. Because, like, there was 2 bits that I couldn't figure out how to connect. I'm like, how do I connect these 2 pieces? Like, I know I want it to happen, but how do I make that happen? And then I'm like, shit, I could do that. And we could have an episode this week. So I just need to draw some shit now. But anyway, that'll be next Thursday. And then next month, we won't be doing the March of the Mice because we'll be doing the charity instead. So you guys should drop by for the Variety is Hope, Vinesauce is Hope charity. Helping out the Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation. It's the reason I'm reading Homestuck in the first place, so you should go and check it out. Anyway, I'll see you guys for whatever I stream tomorrow. God, what could I stream? Minecraft? Friday Night Funkin'? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Art time. I checked the art. I didn't see anything. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it again just to be sure, but I don't see anything in the art thing. I check every time. I just, don't bring it up because, people are busy. But
Friday. Monster Trucks. Gwen Stefani. Pee Wee Herman. Metallica. Talking about a dick lamp.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.